Aloha! We are Waipahu Intermediate School. Welcome to Youth Capital Commentary.
We are Hawaii Technology Academy, and you're watching Youth Capital Commentary.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Tolker from Hawaii Technology Academy. Today, I'm here with Representative Corey Chun. Representative, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
I just wanted to ask, what are some of your goals for the upcoming legislative session?
Well, one of my biggest goals is just to work on some legislation I think will help the state of Hawaii. So one of the things that I've been working on is related to mental health, is to provide allowing psychologists, social workers, and marriage and family therapists the ability to, I guess, would it be to get paid during their internship period before they get their licensure? Because, you know, a lot of times, in order to get their practicum hours done, they have to take on 2 or 3 jobs just to survive. And so this is something to help get these mental health professionals a leg up on their careers. And also, the other thing I'm looking at is a Silver Alert program. When our kupuna go missing who have Alzheimer's or folks with mental disabilities, because, you know, we do have that program for children when they go missing, but nothing really for adults. And we're one of the only states that doesn't have a program like that. So those are some of the things that I'm hoping to accomplish this session.
Very nice. And you mentioned that mental health. So what do you think is your biggest motivations for tackling that issue?
So one of my biggest motivations was just seeing the impacts of mental health, especially with our young people coming out of COVID. You know, after that period, we saw a lot of issues with depression, increases in suicide attempts. And so until we really address this issue, I don't know if we're ever going to really make address some of the issues that came out of COVID. So that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about, because I think that we need to address mental health in order to get folks, you know, back to their normal daily lives and enjoying life.
That's wonderful. And what are some hopes you have for your community this year?
Well, my hope for my community is just to have a thriving and successful year. Hope that everyone, you know, has a really good new year, and wish them all the best in 2024.
Awesome. And lastly, do you have any messages for your community?
Yeah, I just want to say Happy New Year, and I look forward to meeting all of you and hearing all of your concerns.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. This is Andrew Tolker, reporting from the Capitol.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and I'm here with
Tui Scanlon, president of IATSC Local 665.
So Tui, what brings you here today?
It is the opening day of the legislature. This is the People's House, and it is to kick off the ceremony to begin the legislative session. I'm advocating for the film and TV workers, those of us that work behind the scenes on film and TV projects, commercials, trade shows, conventions, and live events.
What specifically are you advocating for the broadcasting services?
Yeah, so for film and TV, we're looking forward to supporting the film tax incentive, and also things that benefit the working families of Hawaii. So minimum wage bills, things that have to do with housing, support for Maui, support for nonprofit organizations, things of that nature.
All right, well, thank you for having the time for us to interview, by the way. And
Absolutely.
that's all. I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and I'm here with
Tui Scanlon, president of IATSC 665.
Mahalo, guys.
Aloha, I'm Isabella Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with
Kai Carvalho.
Very nice. And what brings you to the Capitol?
So I actually serve as Public Relations Director at Hamakua Kohala Health Centers on Hawaii Island. And I also serve as Chair for Coalition for Tobacco Free Hawaii, Tobacco Free Hawaii Island. I am a member of Coalition for Tobacco Free Hawaii. So today we actually flew up from Hilo to really come out and say mahalo to all of our lawmakers who helped us pass Bill 102. It actually just passed last Wednesday on Hawaii Island. Bill 102 basically ends the sale of flavored tobacco on Hawaii Island, including menthol. So with this bill, with the passing of this bill, really we wanted to, again, mahalo all of the lawmakers who helped make that happen, but at the same time encourage them to continue to support us to remove preemption, to repeal preemption. So basically giving back home power to the county so we can get these bills passed.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I'm Isabella now reporting from the Capitol.
Hi, I'm Pearlie Dayway from Waipahu Intermediate School, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Brandon Elefante. I'm a state senator for IAEA and Pearl City.
Why did you decide to run for senator?
Well, the reason why I ran for Senate is because I started my legislative career at the Honolulu City Council back in 2011. And I was a legislative staffer, and then I became a city council member. And at the city council, they had term limits. So I was termed out. And when I saw an opportunity to run for the state Senate, I chose to run for this seat that I'm currently in. That was my predecessor, my late mentor, Senator Breen Harimoto, who unfortunately passed away. But also what's near and dear to me is this is a community or communities that I grew up in. So I am Pro City. I'm very proud and grateful to represent these communities.
What bills are you trying to pass?
So there's a lot of attention on what's happened in the aftermath of the Maui and Big Island fires. And so one bill that we're working on is a fire break, a 30-foot fire break around government lands. We're also looking at an EV disposable program and starting a framework for properly disposing of EV batteries, to speeding in school zones, to having automated external defibrillators throughout state buildings. And there's many, many others with focus on transportation and safety, as well as issues that relates to our communities and advocating for projects, whether it's schools or at our state parks.
I read in an article that you're trying to enforce inspecting fireworks shippings.
Yeah, so we did have a bill last session to inspect containers as they come in through our ports. Unfortunately, that bill did not pass, but it's still alive. We had one fireworks bill, which is the illegal fireworks task force, that did pass, and they've been confiscating illegal fireworks that have been coming into our state, although we still see a proliferation of illegal fireworks throughout our state.
You are also trying to pass a bill to ban e-liquid vapes.
Yes, we were. There is a bill where you did your homework. I like that, Pearl. We are working on a bill that got as far as the last committee to, it's a preemption to allow the counties on flavored tobaccos and whatnot. So the ban was a big step further, but I think what you or some of your peers might experience in school when students vape or teachers see that or faculty, it becomes a distraction. And public health should be our priority, and that should not be happening in our schools.
Thank you, Senator Brandon Elefante, for taking the time to interview with me. Do you have anything to say to the people of Olelo?
No, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a great program, and to all the students and faculty and staff, really appreciate all the mentorship you do for our students.
I'm Pearlie Day. We're here with Senator
Brandon Elefante.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Toko from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with...
Michelle Ane from Pacific Resource Partnership.
So, Michelle Ane, what brings you down here to the Capitol today?
Yeah, so we're really excited for opening day. Pacific Resource Partnership actually has been producing these Hawaii directories for free since 2018. And it actually has all of your elected public officials' information in it. So it has email, phone number, their district, so if you know your address, you can figure out who your elected representative is. And, we're really just trying to, get people more involved and be able to make a difference.
Awesome. And what do you hope to accomplish today?
Yeah, we just really want people to have a voice, be able to reach out easier to their elected officials by having all this information, especially in a small little thing you can fit in your bag or your purse or in your pocket. It just makes it easier to be able to reach out.
Awesome. And what motivates you to, help people get involved with these types of things?
Yeah, we really just want Hawaii to move forward in a positive direction. So just helping our communities, making them stronger, that's always the goal of, our companies.
Awesome. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. This is Andrew Tucker reporting from the Capitol.
Aloha everyone, I am Joanna Olani Vergara from Waipahu Intermediate, and I am here with
Isabella.
Hello Isabella, so what brings you here?
So today we've gathered at the Capitol to participate in Kui at the Capitol. This event was started in, I want to say around 2010. So the story goes that there was someone who was on the streets who was making pa'iai or poi, and the Department of Health deemed it unsanitary, so it was stopped and it became illegal. So many people gathered and started to Kui at the Capitol to protest, to legalize the practice of pa'iai. And we are here with our cultural, with implements that we created, Papam Pohaku. We were able to get our pohakus from Saddle City, which is located in Waimanalo, and our boards are made of monkey pod, which we got from Ka'ulua Kalana. Coming from a small Hawaiian-based charter school, it is important that we show our support for events as such, as we're all about participating in cultural events and practices as such. And by participating in events as such, we believe that we'll be able to perpetuate the ways of our kupuna.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So what is the importance of all of this?
The importance of this to us is for us to be able to show that we have a voice and be able to peacefully protest and show our sincerity and respect for our cultural practices. As we always participate in events around our community, we're always trying to make sure that we're able to revive and normalize participating in practices as such to show that it's sustainable and it's not unsanitary, or that it can be used for a better future.
Okay, thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you so much for letting me interview you and take time off of whatever you're doing.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. This is Joanna Olani Vergara from Waipahu Intermediate.
Hi, I'm Trevor DeGay with Hawaii Technology Academy, and I'm with
Stephen West from the International Longshore Warehouse Union.
So what brings you here to the Capitol today?
Working families. We're here on behalf of not only our members, but working families all throughout the state.
And what do you hope to accomplish today?
We want to lift working families up. Not just our members, but we're here to bring, there's a high cost of living here in Hawaii. So working conditions that the public faces on a daily basis, not just our members, but people that are non-union. So our union has always been not just about itself, but about social and economic justice, and that's why we're here.
Thank you for taking the time for this interview.
My pleasure.
I'm Trevor DeGay, signing off from the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Isabella Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with
Elima DaCosta.
And Aaron Hendershett.
And what brings you guys down to the Capitol today?
I'm here today to raise awareness about gun violence and gun violence prevention, specifically assault weapons ban and safe storage.
And I want to raise awareness for the same. I think it's really important that we emphasize that we want laws for safe storage of our guns, so that families that do want to own guns in the home, they are required to keep them safe so that people around them are not accidentally or maliciously harmed.
Very nice. So what do you guys hope to accomplish today?
Basically, I like to raise awareness. Because I lost a child to gun violence, for me, it's a very personal issue. And this is my way of paying tribute and homage to my daughter by helping to raise awareness and to prevent gun violence throughout our communities, keep our communities safe.
Very nice.
Yeah. And as a mother, military spouse, military mother, teacher, I have been exposed to gun violence on a number of occasions, and I don't think that people should have to go through that. I think it's time that we make laws that just keeps everybody safe. If people want to have guns, okay, but they should be stored in a safe manner so that people don't get harmed.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk to me today, and I'm Isabella now reporting from the Capitol.
Hello everyone, I am Joanna Vergara from Waipahu Intermediate here with
Senator Michelle Kidani.
Hello Senator Kidani. So I have a question. I will be asking you a few questions. First with, what issues are you facing this year with your district?
Actually, not so much just my district, it's statewide. I chair the education committee. So I'm looking for ways to improve things in our schools, such as food service and buy more local, and bringing up our, our teachers, making sure that they're feeling like they belong and want to teach. One of the things that we have been looking at for a while now is how we can provide maybe some teacher housing to attract younger teachers, new teachers to the islands, and keep them here.
Oh, okay, thank you. So how do you plan on solving the problem?
Well, again, first of all is to try and build some teacher housing, because one of the most important things is that the teachers are not able to find affordable housing. And it's not just here on Oahu, it's on all of our islands, but Hawaii is notable for its high cost of living.
Okay, thank you so much, Senator Kidani, for your time.
Thank you for coming.
Do you have anything to say to your community?
Sure. Thank you all for your support over the years, and I want you guys to help our new superintendent, Keith Hayashi, because he's working very hard for all of us.
That is all. I am Joanna Vergara, and here with
Senator Michelle Kidani.
Mahalo.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Tucker from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with
Kamakana Kaimalo. I'm the Government Affairs Manager for United Public Workers.
It's nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. So what brings you down here to the Capitol today?
So actually, we represent one of Hawaii's largest public sector unions. So we're here with a number of our members today to get engaged in the legislative process.
Awesome. And what goals do you hope to accomplish today?
So our goal today is to really get our members engaged with their specific legislators, establish that relationship, and hopefully to show our numbers and our support.
Awesome. What do you think why do you think it's important that they have that relationship with their legislators?
Well, one thing is when the legislators actually see them in the community and they have an established relationship, they can have a conversation about what is impacting them and the decisions that these legislators make, as well as just being friendly and being open, because it's always a good thing.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This is Andrew Tucker reporting from the Capitol.
Hi, I'm Pearlie Dayway from Waipahu Intermediate School, and I'm here with
Mark White.
So, Mr. Mark, what is the COS?
Convention of States is COS. It's all about the states regaining the sovereignty that they've lost to the federal government, and it's about the states calling for a convention. This is a process authorized in the Constitution, Article 5. They call for a convention to hold with other states to propose amendments that can shrink the federal government and actually return decision-making for people here in Hawaii, to all the states.
Where do you get the funding for this?
Funding for Convention of States, a nationwide organization, comes from, we have close to 80,000 small donors, $1,000 or less. Pretty much that's where we get our funding, comes from national level donation.
Why are you here?
Well, we're here today, our Hawaii team is here today to talk to legislators, because it's all about the states. So we get with state legislators to encourage them to pass a resolution calling for a convention. And we got to get 34 states to do this across the United States. We want Hawaii to be one of those.
What are other things to do to help your help your convention?
Well, what we do is we go to other events after the opening day here. We visit our legislators throughout the year, but we also go to gun shows, we go to trade shows, we have our tables set up, we talk to groups, and we're trying to encourage the public to sign our petition for a convention of states. They can go to conventionofstates.com and sign it. And when you sign a petition for us, you tell your state legislator right here in Hawaii to support it.
How many people do you have so far?
In Hawaii, we have 9,034 people that have signed our petition in the last 4 years.
I'm Pearly J-Away, and I hope you have a good time.
Thank you, Carl.
Hello, I'm Trevor DeGay from Hawaiian Technology Academy, and I'm here with Representative Greg Takayama. So, Representative Takayama, you're part of the Committee of Judiciary and Human Affairs. What issues are you planning on presenting today?
Well, it's an honor to serve as vice chair of the Judiciary Committee and Hawaiian Affairs. And one of the big issues we have is fireworks. You know, fireworks is something everyone sees and hears and smells every year during New Year's Eve in particular. But it's also been an annoyance to many of our constituents throughout Hawaii. For example, when a random aerial bomb goes off in the middle of the night and you're not expecting it, you know, veterans with PTSD, animal owners, parents with little children. I mean, it creates all kinds of problems for them. And so one of the things we want to do to address this is to curtail the amount of illegal fireworks we have coming into Hawaii. Last year, we created a illegal fireworks task force to intercept large shipments of illegal fireworks at the harbors, because they come in, we know, from the West Coast or China. And so this task force, composed of state law enforcement and along with federal law enforcement, has been able to intercept more than 50 tons of illegal fireworks. And I think it's made a dent. We provided $1 million for them to begin operations last year. And I think for those who've experienced fireworks in Hawaii on New Year's Eve, on New Year's Eve itself, there's probably the same amount. On the days before and the days after, I think there's been a little less. And to me, that's helping address the problem. You've driven up the cost of fireworks in the black market. And to me, that will, in the long term, limit the amount of fireworks that are used illegally. So one of the issues this year is, do we continue the work of the illegal fireworks task force, or do we let it drop? To me, I'd like to see it continue.
Very interesting. But one more question that I have is, last year you passed 2 bills to help visually impaired people. Do you plan on making any more bills?
Those were priority bills from the task force on the deaf and blind. One of them, for example, was to enable them to ask for prescription labels on their medicines in extra large print, because probably not you, but I have problems seeing the fine print on my medicine dosages. And so this would help those who are visually impaired be able to make sure they're taking the right amount of medicine and the right medicines. Another bill we've done is to make sure that they have access to all of the state resources, state services that those without visual problems do. Both bills are important to the visually impaired community. If they have any other priority bills this year, be happy to support them as well.
Thank you so much, Representative Takayama, for your time. This is Trevor DeGay signing off from the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Isabella Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with
Vera Zamonelli.
Very nice. And so what do you hope to accomplish today?
What I accomplished today is actually to have a better understanding of the landscape or what's happening at the Capitol, meet people like yourself, and see what's coming up.
Very nice. And this is your first year here?
It's actually my very first year. I'm with Hawaii Women Filmmaking, an organization, a feminist organization that advocates for women and girls and gender expansive folks to tell their story through film. And because we stay at the intersection with many different issues, for us it's important to be informed about community needs and demands. And so here I am to learn more about those.
Well, very nice. And thank you for your time. I'm Isabella now reporting from the Capitol.
Hi, my name is Vincent Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and I'm here with
Keanu Young, the Assistant Coordinator of the Public Access Room.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, what is the Public Access Room?
So the Public Access Room is a legislative resource office here at the state capitol, and our job is to help enhance the public's ability to participate in the legislative process. And we do that by providing a room for the public in the building. We have public computers where the public can come and print out copies of the testimonies, send communications to the legislators. We have workspace where the public can use as a home base for the advocacy efforts. We have a recharging device where they can recharge their devices, tablets, phones when they're at our office. And then we produce lots and lots of resource and reference material on the legislative process. And so we help people get involved, and that's our primary purpose. We're a nonpartisan office, so we don't get involved in the policy or the political part of the lawmaking process. We're just strictly legislative process people, and we're taxpayer funded, so there's never any fee for any of our services.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your time. This was Vincent Na reporting from the Capitol.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and I'm here with
Denise Espana from Malama Honua Public Charter School in Waimanalo.
Hello Denise, so what brings you here today?
So today we are here to at Ku'i at the Capitol, and at the same day as we're celebrating our Onipa'a March, and our haumana are doing ku'i kalo. They're pounding kalo into pa'iai that they can eat.
Oh, that's interesting. So I see them in the back here doing the same thing as well. What can you say about these activities that the students are kind of doing right now, and how does this like go into the school and stuff? What are the good the cool activities that you can do so far?
So Malama Honua Public Charter School is located in Waimanalo, and we are a Native Hawaiian charter school, which means that our foundation is in Native Hawaiian culture. So from our culture, then we expand everything integrated into our curriculum. So all of our English, science, social studies, reading, writing, math, all find its foundation in learning about Ike Kupuna, or our Native Hawaiian ancestors and their knowledge, and how important it is to build from that foundation as they gain the skills in how to read, write, do math and science and social studies all in a proficient way. So we are a Native Hawaiian charter school in Waimanalo, and so one of the things that we do as a practice is to learn about the growing of kalo or taro, and then actually what do we do with that? How are we sustainable? How do we sustain our cultural practices? How do we be sustainable with our eating? And so you're going to find today our students have taken steamed kalo and they're pounding it to turn it into pa'iai that can be eaten.
Well, thank you for sharing that information. I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and this is
Denise Espana
reporting from the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Tucker from Hawaii Technology Academy. Today, I'm here with
Representative Diamond Garcia.
It's very nice to meet you, Representative Garcia. How's your day so far?
Well, busy. It's the first day of this session. There's lots of issues to tackle this year, so it's nice to kind of come together, see our buddy, and tomorrow we get to work.
Awesome. What made you decide to run?
Well, seeing that lots of the politicians who are currently in office back then were not representing the values that I believed and stood for, so I thought, hey, I mean, this is a free country. If I want to see my kind of representation in office, then run for it. And so I did, and here we are.
Awesome. What are some of your goals for this legislative session?
Reduce the cost of living. Hawaii has the highest cost of living nationwide, and these leaders here in the building currently have bills drafted this session to increase taxes even more, which is just ridiculous in my opinion. So our caucus is committed to lowering Hawaii's cost of living so that local families can afford to live here and raise their family here.
Awesome. And what impact do you hope to see in the community?
Well, I have a fast-growing community. Kapolei, 20 years ago, it was all farmland. It was all ag land. Now it's a brand new city, and it's bustling. So I'm looking forward to seeing resources come to East Kapolei. We're building a new high school, a new elementary school, all sorts of new things. So looking forward to seeing good infrastructure and funds coming to East Kapolei.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Representative. My name is Andrew Tolker, signing out from the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Isabella Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with
Mirani Gajrana, your Mrs. Universe.
Awesome. So what brings you to the Capitol?
First of all, aloha. So what brings me to the Capitol is I actually work here as a legislative aide. I love to serve the community, and I love to support all these legislators, and also advocate about my own personal advocacy, which is the domestic violence, school bullying, postpartum depression, and woman empowerment.
Awesome. And what do you hope to accomplish today?
What I hope to accomplish today is to make a voice and difference, especially to the community.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm Isabella Na, reporting from the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Tolker from Hawaii Technology Academy. Today I'm here with
Kim Hain.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm great. It's great to see all these people down at our Capitol and caring about our state.
And what brings you to the Capitol today?
I am actually here trying to get signatures for a petition so that we can start a new party in the state of Hawaii. Instead of just having the blue and the red, we can actually have something more central. And then certain candidates that want to run more on an independent ticket, people of Hawaii can have a choice for those candidates.
Awesome. Why do you think it's important to have a new political party?
Well, I think where we are right now, there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of hatred and name calling and kind of ugliness out there. And I think it's time that we, instead of just always have this party and that party's ideals, let's instead bring people together and unite them on the things that they have in common and that they care about. And I feel that independent candidates tend to unite better than divide.
Awesome. So, what do you hope to accomplish by the end of today?
We hope to get 861 signatures. That's what we need.
Very nice. Well, it was so nice talking to you. And this is Andrew Tolker reporting from the Capitol.
Hi, my name is Vincent Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and I'm here with Representative Elijah Perrick from District 39. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, thank you. What are your goals here at the legislative?
My goals are to prioritize the people of Hawaii, to bring down taxes, to make the cost of living more affordable, to decrease the cost of housing, to decrease homelessness, and to help with mental health and help with education.
Okay, I wanted to ask, what specific measures can we take to keep our neighborhood safer?
We can introduce bills and vote yes on bills that help the police department.
Okay, also, what valuable feedback have you gotten while going door to door in your district?
To prioritize the people of Hawaii, to not get swooped up by lobbyists, but to keep prioritizing the individuals that live in the homes and to not be carried away by all these distractions that can happen when you're in office for a long time.
Okay, and finally, do you have a message for the people watching this?
To have hope that Hawaii can be better, that we don't have to be satisfied with the status quo, but if we try hard and we keep putting effort towards it, we can pass good laws and good bills in Hawaii.
Thank you for talking to us today. This is Vincent Na, reporting from the Capitol.
Hello, I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and I'm here with
P.M. Mazinga with the Martin Luther King Day Parade.
So, what brings you here today?
Are you kidding? Anybody who's anybody should and has to be here on opening day. This is where we actually see democracy at its beginning. Engaging with our representatives, engaging with the community, meeting old friends, renewing new acquaintances. So anybody who's anybody needs to be here.
What are you planning to do right now?
A couple of things. I want to be able to talk to some of my legislators regarding some of the issues that are affecting us. Of course, prioritization of Maui, water, fire, all those things, employment. The key points that I think are important for us to move forth with are employment, our environment, and our economy. Nothing happens if we don't stimulate and move our economy. We need to stop our flight, our brain drain of our young graduates graduating from Manoa and Hawaii community colleges and all that kind of stuff, because we need them there. We need them here. We have a lot of work that needs to be done here in Hawaii, and we need to prioritize the economy, the education, and the environment.
Thank you for that wonderful speech right there. You brought up some really good points and everything. Thank you very much. I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and this is
PM Mazinga with the Martin Luther King Day Parade, and mahalo for interviewing us.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Toker from Hawaii Technology Academy. Today I'm here with
Mark White.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Great, Andrew. Thank you for asking.
So, what brings you down here to the Capitol?
Well, I'm with the Convention of States team here in Hawaii, and we wanted to meet our legislators for the start of the next session, promote Convention of States, and really have a good time talking to everybody.
Very nice. And what are your goals that you hope to accomplish today?
Yeah, today we're going to be visiting some specific legislators, those that have supported Convention of States in the past. For example, we'll be talking with Representative Corey Chun, my House member. He's one of our main sponsors in the House. We'll also be talking to Senator Glenn Mackay and Senator Donovan Dela Cruz. Both have been supporters, and we hope to get them back this year. Plus a whole bunch of others, really. We've got like a dozen or so folks that we're going to be talking to about supporting Convention of States.
Awesome. And what motivates you to promote this work?
Well, Convention of States is really a very unique aspect of our constitutional privileges. It's stated in Article 5, which allows the states to propose amendments to the Constitution, just like Congress can, through a convention process. So states have the same power as Congress without going to Congress. Things like term limits, Congress won't ever propose that amendment for themselves, but the states can do that. They don't need Congress, they need a meeting, a formal nationwide convention, and that's what Convention of States is. So to get to a convention, you got to have 34 states to request one, and we're trying to get Hawaii to be one of those.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. This is Andrew Toker reporting from the Capitol.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and I'm here with
Senator Henry Aquino.
So, Senator Henry Aquino, what problems do we face in our district so far?
Well, there's always concerns about public safety. There's concerns about homelessness, lack of affordable housing. We're looking at all options available to help address these issues. It's nothing new. So we're just looking at creative ideas to help us address crime, to help us address homelessness, and the lack of affordable housing. For me personally, as chair of the Labor and Technology Committee, there's 4,000 plus vacancies in state government, which equates to a very not so good percentage of vacancies. And these are positions that affect everyday life, from schools to highways to health and human services. These are critical areas that I think our district would get impacted if we don't address it this session and in future years.
So yeah, speaking about schools, so far in the like this year thus far, a lot of children have been getting into problems with things such as vaping. So what have schools, moreover our district, done to help prevent these things from reaching out to younger children, but moreover like the habits in general?
There's been some movement on vaping, youth vaping last session and in during the interim. So the interim is basically between last session and now. I think our city and county of Honolulu, our city council is getting all involved as well to address youth vaping. We understand it's a very big public health issue. We want to make sure that our young people have opportunities to grow and to further their education, and living healthy lives is very incumbent on that. So I think there's a lot of good things that are happening, that have happened last session, that's happening in the interim with our county partners, and I believe there are more bills this year to help address youth vaping.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty good note. That's all I have to say so far. Thank you for letting us interview, having a time to do so. So thank you all. So I'm Sarah Tolentino from Waipahu Intermediate, and I'm here with Senator Henry Aquino, and this reporting at the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Isabella Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with
Mano Lane.
Very nice. And so what brings you to the Capitol today?
Today I'm at the Capitol. Our organization is titled God Forgive Bad Boys and Bad Girls, and it's made up of ex-drug addicts, ex-gangsters, ex-homelessness, just people from that kind of background. And what we do today, we do a lot of outreach. We're going to the prisons, we're going to the high schools. We go out there, we feed the homeless in every area, on the beaches, in the mountain, in the urban. We do a lot of evangelizing. We do neighborhood security. One of our biggest things is neighborhood security walk. We walk the blocks in the neighborhood with men behind me who just came out of incarceration, addiction, and stuff like that. And then what we do, we just take back our community. And because of our history and background of where we've been, it's easy for us to relate what's happening on the streets. And so we're here today because we've been doing a lot of community outreach, and we just wanted to get more exposure of what we're doing. Hopefully we can get some help from the people in position, because as of right now, we partner up with different nonprofit organizations, other leaders, other community leaders, some other people inside the state capitol. But we just wanted to see if we could get more exposure so we can get more help, yeah? Because everything we do is we do out of pocket, and it's okay. But we just try. That's why we're here today, to see if we can meet the right people and get connected with some other leaders and see where it takes us. Now, we're a growing organization. As of right now, we got 4,500 members in our organization. And again, it's made up of ex-gang members, ex-shot callers, ex-drug dealers, ex-homeless. That's our ministry, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to interview today. I'm Isabella Na, reporting from the Capitol.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pearly J. from Waipahu Intermediate School, here with
Aloha, o ke ai koinoa no wamana mai au.
So Keahi. What are the steps to making poi?
So the first step is you obviously got to have your papa and pohaku, and then you can either work with a partner or work by yourself. But I prefer with a partner because they can help you a lot. But first, you should always sanitize your tools, because you want to eat like clean food, not dirty food. So I recommend wetting it first and getting all sanitized, and then wet your board and your pohaku, and then get your clean pieces of kalo and start pounding. But first you want to smooth it out. You want to flatten it, get it to a good texture before adding on another piece of kalo. And yeah, those are basically the steps to make poi, and then you just keep going to a texture that you think would be good for you.
Where did you guys get the wooden bowls and the pounder?
So the the wood is monkey pod, and I don't know exactly where they got that kind of wood from, but we know it's monkey pod. So they just made score marks in it. And then we took a field trip to one of our local sites. It's called Ulupo. And we went into like this how bush. A how bush is something that has branches that twist and turn. Some people think it's a tree, but it's a bush. So we try to look for the branches that look like a 7 or a T. Mainly a 7 because it's best to like make your tool that way. And then back then Hawaiians used rocks instead of like blades. But since we didn't have much time to look for that kind of rock, we just or maybe we just didn't like want to use that kind of tool, so we just used regular blades, and then we used bike rubber to tie it on, and that's what we called a koi. So it's basically like a pickaxe or an axe. So we just got those score marks out, and then we sanded it down, and then we took a field trip to a river to go look for a rock. The kinds of rock you want to look for is like one that doesn't look like too brown, because that means it's like rusted and looks like it's about to break. One you want to look for is like a nice round one, or one that looks like it's gonna be easy to carve out into that kind of shape. And then once you found that kind of rock, you take it home, you carve it with a hammer. But yeah, I don't really know what Hawaiians used back then to carve that kind of stone out, but we used a hammer to carve it out, and then we sanded it, and then we were done, and we got to present it and name it, which was a pretty fun experience.
What do you guys do with the poi after you're done?
We either can share with others, or we can eat it. Yeah, just share. And
thank you for taking the time to interview with me.
Aloha, I'm Andrew Soker from Hawaii Technology Academy. Today, I'm here with
Vicky Holt Takamine from Hawaii Foundation.
It's nice to have you. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you, Andrew.
And what brings you down here to the Capitol?
So we're here as part of Onipa'a. Onipa'a was Queen Liliuokalani's motto, to be steadfast. And so our people are marching from the Royal Mausoleum down to Iolani Palace, and we're here to greet them as they walk through the gates.
Very nice. So today, what do you really hope to accomplish?
Well, we want to bring awareness to the fact that Hawaii was a kingdom and it was overthrown illegally, and that we're here, Native Hawaiians are still here. This is our aina. We want to make sure that our state legislature, it just coincides with the opening of the state legislature every year. It's around the same time. So it's a really a good opportunity to bring awareness to the issues facing Native Hawaiians.
And why do you think it's important that it happens, around the same time of the state legislature?
Well, I don't think that, I think the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy happened in 1893, and the fact that the state legislature always opens around the same time, I think it's not a coincidence as far as we're concerned, but it is something that the state has implemented, and so we get to be here to celebrate Queen Liliuokalani, her reign and her monarchy, and remind people that we are still part of the kingdom.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking with me. This is Andrew Toker, reporting from the Capitol.
Aloha, I'm Isabella Na from Hawaii Technology Academy, and today I'm here with Rochelle Lamasa. How are you doing today, Representative?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So what are your goals for this upcoming session?
Well, this session, we're definitely still going to be paying attention and tackling issues that affect our local working families. One of the things that I'm looking at this year is looking at installing period products, that will be dispensing free period products actually across our state through our library systems. So that's one of my main priorities this session. I will be supporting our caucus and other measures like mental health when it comes to energy, and then also expanding our workforce development in our healthcare system as well.
Well, awesome. So I saw on your site that you're interested in increasing local food production. What do you believe is the best strategy for approaching the situation?
Well, it's a multifaceted type of approach, and you need to have all hands on deck, that everyone from the agriculture industry to participate. That's the only way you're going to achieve a goal such as doubling food production in the state of Hawaii, which was actually adopted in the last administration in Governor Ige's. And in my role, I'm supporting our agricultural chair and vice chair in the ways that they're looking to expand and double food production here in Hawaii. And it has been growing a lot. The industry has been growing surely and steadily towards that goal. And so I'm very optimistic that we will get there. And one big way that I am supporting is supporting also like aquaculture bills. So growing our fisheries, looking at expanding some of the industries across in Hawaii Island, and also maybe even here on Oahu. So those are some of the things that we can support double food production.
Awesome. And I just want to finish up with one last question. Why did you want to become a representative?
Well, I wanted to become a representative because I grew up in Waipahu, and I felt an obligation to give back to my community that raised me. I really wouldn't be where I am in my life and in my career if it wasn't for my community. So I felt indebted to take this position and to take this role to represent the people of Waipahu.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm Isabella Nav reporting from the Capitol.